Hi, I'm Jules T, and I've been in the workforce for the past 20 plus years. I've seen technology change, workplaces evolve, and careers take unexpected turns, including my own. And I need to tell you something I wish someone had told me earlier in my career. Your degree got you in the door, but it's your learning system that will build your career. So here's what I mean. When I started out, having a good degree meant something. You studied hard, you graduated, you got a job, and if you worked hard, you moved up. The rules were clear. But somewhere along the way, and definitely right now with AI, those rules have changed. I've seen people with first-class honors struggle to stay relevant. And I've seen people who barely made it through university become absolutely indispensable. The difference was never intelligence. It was their system for continuous learning. And now, with AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, and everything coming next, there are basically two types of people emerging in every workplace. The first type are people who are scared of AI. They avoid it, they complain about it, they wait for formal training that never comes. And slowly, and sometimes without even realizing it, they become less and less valuable. Second type are people who leverage AI. They experiment, they build systems, and they learn faster than everyone else. And they become the go-to people in their teams. And which type do you want to be? Because here is what I know after 25 years. Your job security has nothing to do with your job title and everything to do with how fast you can learn. So let me show you how to build a learning system that actually works in the AI age. The AI learning system. So there are 3 non-negotiable habits. I'm going to break down into 3 habits, not 10, not 20, just 3. Because if you can't remember it, you won't do it. So habit number 1 is daily micro-learning. 15 minutes that compounds. So here is what most people get wrong. They think learning has to be this big dramatic thing, a course, an MBA, a weekend boot camp. Wrong. The most powerful learning happens in small, consistent doses. I call it the 15-minute rule. Every single day, you spend 15 minutes learning something specific and immediately applicable to your work. Not scrolling on LinkedIn, not watching random YouTube videos, but targeted learning. So here is how I do it and how I coach my team to do it. So every morning I ask myself, what's the one thing I'm going to do today that I don't know how to do it well yet? So maybe it's writing a difficult mail to a stakeholder. Maybe it's about building a dashboard in Excel or Power BI, or preparing for a tough conversation with your manager. Understanding how a new system works, then I use AI as my learning partner. So let me give you a real example. So last week, one of my team members had to present a business case to senior leadership for the first time. He was terrified. The old approach, he would have just Googled how to present to executives, read a few articles, maybe watch a YouTube video, and then win. Well, the new approach with AI, he spent 15 minutes doing this. He asked ChatGPT, I need to present a business case for a new reporting tool to the CFO and VP of operations. They care about ROI and efficiency. What structure should I use and what questions will they likely ask? Got a clever framework? Problem, solution, financials, risk, and timeline. and the role played with AI is to act as a skeptical CFO. So I'm going to pitch this to you and you challenge me on the numbers. Then number 4 is to refine his answers based on the AI's pushback. 15 minutes a day, and he walked into that meeting prepared like someone with 10 years of experience. And that is the power of daily micro-learning with AI. Your action is to pick one skill gap that you have right now, and just one. Spend 15 minutes tomorrow using AI to learn it, then apply it the same day. Habit number 2 is to build a personal knowledge system, your second brain. So here's the mistake I see all the time. People learn, but they don't retain because of too much information. You watch a video, you read an article, you even take notes, and 2 weeks later, it's gone. You need a second brain, a simple system to capture what you learn so that you can actually use it. I'm not talking about some complicated productivity app. I'm talking about something stupid simple. So here's mine. I have 3 places. A running Google Doc. I call it what I learned this month. And 1 line a day, just the key takeaway where I can use it. Number 2 is a folder of AI prompts that work. Anytime I use ChatGPT or Claude, I get a great result. I save that prompt. So now I have a library over 200 ready-to-use prompts for emails, analysis, brainstorming, coaching conversations, you name it. Number 3 is a swipe file of great examples. Good emails, strong presentations, smart frameworks that I see from colleagues or online. I don't reinvent the wheel. I remix what works, and that's it. 3 simple places. And here is why this matters. Learning without a system is just entertainment. If you can't find it, you can't use it. If you can't use it, you didn't really learn it. So build your second brain. Keep it simple, keep it searchable, and keep adding to it. Because 6 months from now, when you need to solve a problem fast, you'll have the entire library of knowledge and tools that nobody else has. So your action is this. Create 1 document today and call it My Learning Library, or whatever you want. Start saving 1 useful thing per day, a prompt, a lesson, for example, a framework. Habit number 3 is to learn in public. This is a multiplier effect. This one may feel uncomfortable, but it's the habit that separates the people who learn fast from the people who become known for learning fast. Learn in public. What does that mean? It really means when you learn something useful, share it. Not to show it off, not to be a know-it-all, but because teaching is the fastest way to master something. And visibility is the fastest way to create career opportunities. So here is how this looks in real life. You figured out a better way to use a pivot table, so share it in your team chat. You learned a great AI prompt for summarizing meeting notes, post it on LinkedIn. You discovered a shortcut in your company's ERP system, send a quick email to your team with a screenshot. I have a guy in my team, a young guy, 3 years of experience, who's 26 years old, who started doing this for 6 months. He'd spend 15 minutes learning something, and then he posts a 1-minute video on LinkedIn showing what he learned. Nothing fancy, just, hey, here's a cool thing I figured out today about Power BI. And you know what happened? People inside the organization started reaching out to him for help. And last month, he got pulled into a cross-functional project that was usually reserved for senior analysts. And why is that so? Because he built a reputation as someone who learns fast and who shares generously. And that's the multiplier effect. When you learn in private, you grow. When you learn in public, you grow. And you get noticed. So your action today is this week, Share one thing that you learned and post it on LinkedIn, and then send it to your team Slack. Record a 60-second video just once and see what happens. Show examples of simple LinkedIn posts or Slack. So why does this work? Let me bring this together. We are living in the biggest workplace shift in 50 years. AI is not replacing jobs, it's replacing tasks. And the people who survive and thrive are the ones who can learn faster than things change. Your degree taught you what to think. This system teaches you how to keep learning. And the beautiful thing is you don't need permission. You don't need a budget. You just need 15 minutes a day and a commitment to get better every day. The 3 habits again. Number 1, daily micro-learning. 15 minutes, one skill, and use AI as your coach. Number 2 is to build your second brain and capture what you learn so that you can use it. And number 3 is to learn in public, share, teach, and get noticed. This system works whether you are in finance, IT, marketing, operations. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you start today. Because I promise you, 6 months from now, the people who did this will be a completely different place than the people who didn't. So, here's my challenge to you. Pick one of these 3 habits, just one, and do it tomorrow. Spend 15 minutes with AI, learning something that you need for your job. Start a simple learning document, or share one thing that you learned this week on LinkedIn. Just do one. And if you want to help, drop a comment below and tell me, what's the one skill you are committing to learn this week? And if you want no more career and leadership advice like this, real talk from someone who's been in the trenches for the past 25 years, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. I put up a new video every week to help you navigate your career and lead with confidence. So let's build that learning system together.